Welcome back to WTSJ TV. I'm Ryan O'Keefe.
I'm Kevin Thompson.
And I'm Casey Dulniak.
We're going to be going over some new XFL rules and regulations. And Casey, why don't you get us started with rule number 1?
So rule number 1 is the kickoff. In the XFL, the kicker kicks from the 30-yard line and must kick it between the opponent's 20-yard line and the end zone. The coverage team stands on the 35-yard line, and the receiving team stands on the 30 with 3 other players outside of the 30, no more, no less.
Mm-hmm.
And no one can move until the receiver catches the ball. If the kicker kicks it below the 20-yard line or into the end zone, it's a major touchback and is returned to the 35-yard line.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I like that rule. Gets it more going into the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if the ball bounces inbounds, then out of the end zone or is down in the end zone, the ball is placed on the return side 15-yard line. Again, that's pretty cool. Instead of an automatic, I think it's 20 in the NFL, it goes to the 15, which isn't too bad. Still get some pretty good placement for the to get the game going. The player can move when the ball is touched or by the returner. The players can move when the ball is touched by the returner or 3 seconds after the ball touches the ground, or when the official waves their hands down. Mm-hmm. That's when they can start moving. These are all really cool rules. What are your guys' thoughts on this?
Yeah, so, I think it's pretty cool. the XFL, they changed it so that they would have to make more meaningful plays as well as to speed up the game. And then,
also reduce the It reduces the chance of injury for players and just keeps people happy and not happy, healthy.
Yeah, it's just like they're trying to reduce the amount of injuries that would happen on 30-yard dash. So I think it's a pretty good rule to change, and I like that they have to keep it inside of the field. They can't kick it past the end zone, can't kick it out of bounds. It's gonna make for more. The kickers are gonna have to be a little bit more skilled in what they do now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty cool.
If you kick in the end zone, they're trying not to do that because there's more of a risk.
Yeah.
And the other team getting a better field placement instead of just going straight to the 20-yard line on their side. They'll automatically go to the 45-yard line.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Gives the kicking team gives them less room for error.
Yeah, it really puts the pressure on.
Yeah, definitely puts pressure on them.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to rule number 2.
Rule number 2 is the point after touchdown. After a touchdown in the NFL, usually they go for either a 2-point conversion from the 1-yard line or a field goal from the 10. In the XFL, after a touchdown, the team has the option of running a play from the 2-yard line to score 1 point, the 5-yard line to score 2 points, or the 10-yard line to score 3 points. Mm-hmm. This is really cool if the team really needs like that 2 or 3 extra points. It gives them more strategy, get their minds going to see whether or not they need it or not. It's really cool. I like it. What are your guys' thoughts?
For me, I think it kind of takes away from the game because with the kickers, it's not like it's not like a non-skilled job, but it's still a very important one, and it kind of takes away from what they do, and pretty much takes away half their job because with the field goal, they got to kick field goals and stuff, and then they punt, and then they do other things, but it just takes away half of their game, I think. But
honestly, I gotta disagree with you. I like that they can't do field goals and stuff anymore because I feel like every other play that you see in the NFL, anytime they get a touchdown, they just go for the field goal. Yeah. They really only would go for 2-point conversions if they needed the point. So this is gonna make for more exciting plays. They're gonna, like Casey said, they're gonna have to think a lot more strategically.
Yeah.
And I know it's just gonna make. I think it's gonna make for a better game.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah. So let's get on to rule 3.
Rule number 3 is the punt. The punting one is more or less the same with a few differences. The punting team can't move until the ball is punted. If it goes into the end zone, it's a major touchback, and the ball will be put on the 35 instead of the 20 like the NFL. Mm-hmm. Again, gives them better placement in the XFL to get them to score more points rather than if they're at the 20 and they waste all 4 downs, they immediately punt it again.
Yeah.
Gunners can line up at the line of scrimmage and can only move laterally, which is from side to side. Once the ball is snapped until it they can only move side to side once the ball is snapped until it is kicked. So they can't immediately, once the ball is snapped, they can't immediately rush downfield and risk the receiving player to get an injury. Defenders of the gunner cannot cross the line of scrimmage until the ball is kicked. And if the ball goes out of bounds inside the 35-yard line, it is a major touchback, and the ball goes to the 35-yard line on the other side. So again, puts more pressure on the punting team. Instead of in the NFL, they just kick it out. They can either kick it out of bounds and it goes right there with like a 5-yard penalty, and it gives the people receiving the team less room for injury. Makes them more safe, which I think is cool. What are your guys' thoughts on this?
I don't know. I kind of feel like this is more or less kind of along the same basis as the kickoff.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty much the same as I do about this. The kickoff.
They're just trying to get the touchbacks thing. They're really trying to push getting touchbacks, and then like I don't know. It's just people don't want to really see punts all the time.
Yeah.
Like when you see a punt like all the time, it kind of makes the game a little boring.
It gets repetitive.
Yeah, really.
And this adds like a little more. The punting for this will be for a little more, like a lot more exciting than the NFL punting because you see punts like every other play. In the XFL, I don't think they're trying to promote the punt, giving them less chances to actually punt the ball in case it does. And another cool thing is that the person receiving the ball can do a fair catch, even though they don't really need to. They don't really need to do it.
Yeah.
They can do it though, but they don't really need to because of all like the safety guides into this, where people can't rush down the field as soon as the ball is punted. It's pretty cool. I like it.
It's all right. Yeah. So let's get into rule number 4 now.
So rule number 4 is the double forward pass.
I like this one.
If a team completes a forward pass behind the line of scrimmage, the team may throw a second forward pass. So you can see in this slide right here, the green dot is the quarterback, and like the red dot will probably be like a running back or a tight end that's open. And then on the next slide, and you'll see in just a second, right there, the green dot's that open running back, and they can launch it to an open receiver downfield if they need that extra yardage or to make like an end game big play. It's kind of like a Hail Mary. And then once the ball is past the line of scrimmage, no forward passes are allowed. What are your guys' thoughts on this?
I mean, I think this one's really cool. It's going to make for some new plays that they couldn't have made in the NFL, where it's like you'll see them and it's like, if they could have just gotten rid of the ball up there, they could have totally made that touchdown. And now they have the ability to do that. It's kind
of one of my favorite ones because it's like, again, I say it makes for a lot of exciting plays and like probably like a crazy catch or something. It's something people want to see that like it'll make them really excited and probably make them want to come to even more XFL games.
For sure.
Yeah.
It gives the offense more chances to score more points if they need them.
Yeah, and it decreases the risk of getting a turnover too. Like with a lateral pass is like you got the chance of it like getting like intercepted or like fumbled or something. Like something bad could go down when you do a lateral pass, and it only works a few times. Like you rarely see an NFL team do lateral.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about the double forward is just that like it'll make something like open up a whole new playbook.
Yeah. It's cool. It's brand new. It's something that you've never seen before.
And out of all the years I've been watching football pretty much my whole life, I've only seen really 2 downfield lateral passes in the NFL, which they just throw it back and forth, but they can't throw it forward. They have to throw it behind them, kind of like in rugby. But I've never seen it work, ever.
Never. And it'll probably never work.
Yeah, and usually with those lateral passes in the NFL, it raises controversy because some of you may know that in the NFL a couple of years ago, there had been a controversy where there was a forward lateral pass, which caused the other team to win the game, but they never called it back. So because it was really hard to determine at the time, so that's why they don't really do it, because it can raise big controversies, maybe causing them to lose a game. But it's a cool rule.
I think it's a nice upgrade from the lateral pass. And
Definitely
I don't even think Tom Brady can make a lateral pass. But so let's get on to the 5th and final rule.
So the last rule is actually my favorite. It's the overtime.
Yeah.
Love these new rules.
This is pretty cool.
Mainly because it incorporates other sports overtime, like soccer and hockey. So the overtime will consist of 5 rounds, staged in alternating single-play possessions, which means you only get 1 play per round, 1 chance to make it work. It's like the NHL shootouts where they go from the far blue line, skate all the way up to the goal, and they have 1 shot to make a goal. Or like Major League Soccer where they get 1 kick to score a goal. Mm-hmm. Each round has 1 offensive play per team. Each possession starts at the opponent's 5-yard line, and the offensive team has 1 play to score. The team with more points after these 5 rounds is a winner, not winter. If a team has been mathematically eliminated before all 5 rounds have completed, the game ends immediately. So, like, say, blue team scores 3 points and the red team scores 0, then the rest of the rounds are done because there's no way the red team can come back from that.
Yeah.
If teams are tied after 5 rounds, then the rounds will continue until one team will be winner. So, say both teams have like 2 wins after 5 rounds, they go to the next round, and if blue team scores, the red team has another chance to score to tie it up and go to another round. If they don't, blue team wins, game's over, blue team celebrates. It's a good day for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So with this one though, like it's like a fair opportunity. Because, like, in the NFL, like, it could end in a draw, or it could, like, or, like it could end in a draw, or like, it'll have, like, one team had a ball, and, like, nobody else really gets a chance to score.
Yeah, because in the NFL, if it goes to overtime and no one scores and the game's over, they walk home with a tie. And the thing is with the NFL is that there's 10 minutes of play for the NFL, and if, like, say, the team that wins the 20 toss runs it down, scores a touchdown, game's over. The other team doesn't get a chance.
No.
It's like that now, but it used to be if the one team gets a field goal, they automatically win. But now they changed it, so if they get a field goal, the other team gets a chance to score a field goal or a touchdown to win the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is cool, too, though. I mean, I like that they're incorporating, elements, whether it's sports, into it's kind of like a hockey
like
or a soccer shootout. Yeah, so I think it's cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool, and
we're gonna cut to a quick break. We'll be right back with some info about the teams and the primetime schedule. All right, welcome back to WTSJ TV. I'm still Ryan O'Keefe.
And I'm Kevin Thompson.
So right now we're going to be going over the primetime schedule, the 8 teams, and what the 9th team is. So let's get the primetime schedule up here.
So opening weekend started February 8th and 9th. That was Saturday and Sunday. It was a weekend for the just opening, and then week 4 it was a night game. Sunday, March 1st, DC versus Tampa Bay at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then week 5 was a night game. Sunday, March 8th, Tampa Bay versus Los Angeles at 9 p.m. And then week 6, we got it was a Sunday, March 15th. LA versus Seattle at 7.
Then after that, so we're skipping ahead a few weeks for the primetime schedule. We're going right to week 9. It's a night game, Thursday, April 2nd in Dallas and Houston at 8 p.m. Then week 10, Thursday, April 9th, LA and Dallas at 8 p.m., another night game. Playoffs are Saturday and Sunday, April 18th and 19th. So the East is seed 2 versus 1 at 3 p.m. And then Sunday is the West seed 2 versus 1 at 3 p.m. And the championship will be Sunday, April the 26th. Winner of both matches will play. And then the winner of that, XFL champion. This is actually a really fast season.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot quicker than
yeah, they definitely
NFL.
They definitely get right to it, and
Yeah.
cuz I mean, I feel like it's just like because of the short because of how many teams there are, the season could be a little bit shorter because there isn't like 30 plus teams or like more. There's only 8.
But the NFL that goes from like end of August
to like February.
Late January, February. Yeah. So that's a big chunk of time where you're watching just the NFL.
Yeah.
But with this, they've really trimmed down the schedule to where it started. It's only
2 months. 2 months. 2
months.
Yeah.
So
it's not that bad either because with it's not that many like with the NFL, it's probably going to be like a lot of injuries with this one. Because what I like about the XFL is that 9th team. Because with that 9th team, there's about 30 to 40 guys that it's like a practice squad, and they get to they train and do whatever regular XFL teams do, except they don't really play on a team really, except like when someone gets injured, they get called up to go play with the regular XFL team. But I like this because they've been training and they're ready. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool that they get the opportunity.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. They obviously didn't make the cut for the XFL, but they've been given a chance to where they're still practicing every day, just like the rest of the players are. They're all together, and like you said, it's not just like quarterbacks on one thing. It's everybody. They have a big pot to choose from in case somebody gets hurt. Yeah. And
it's kind of like a JV team.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, but they're not playing. I guess you could call it the JV of the big leagues.
Yeah.
But it's cool. If they get lucky, they'll get their shot to be called up, and hopefully they'll do well.
Yeah.
So now we're going to be talking about the 8 teams. I got a list right here. So starting with the East, you got the DC Defenders. Now DC is home also to the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
Then there's the Tampa Vipers. Tampa's also home to the Buccaneers.
Yeah. Don't forget in Florida they got the Jaguars.
The Jaguars and the Dolphins.
Jacksonville and Dolphins.
Yeah. Then there's the St. Louis Battlehawks. And that's the old home of the Rams before they went to L.A.
Yeah.
But, who knows how long they're going to be around for at this point.
Yeah. But, at least they got a sports team over there in St. Louis.
LA has enough, though.
Yeah, they had to get something. I know LA has at least 4 to 5, maybe even 6. I'm not even sure.
What do they got? The Lakers, the Clippers.
Yeah, Lakers, Clippers. They got Kings.
They got a baseball team. I don't know baseball, but and then they got
hockey. Yeah.
Then they got the Chargers and the Rams, and now
they got to get some more over there in St. Louis. And then so with the West, we got the LA Wildcats, which is also the home of the Rams and Chargers right now. And Houston Roughnecks, which is the home of the Houston Texans. Mm-hmm. Got the Dallas Renegades, which is the Dallas Cowboys, and Seattle Dragons with the Seattle Dragons, which is home of the Seattle Seahawks in the NFL. I think with this one, I think that they should put more teams in the areas with no football teams.
Yeah, they should get some more Midwest teams.
Yeah, Midwest, probably somewhere in Oklahoma.
Yeah, they don't have a team, do they?
No, not a football team. I don't
No.
think. No.
Yeah, no. So I mean, they could definitely use some
Yeah.
teams like that and stuff. I mean, but I mean, there was this one part of the XFL that I really liked. I don't know if they brought it back, but they used to be able to put whatever names they wanted on the back of their jerseys.
Yeah, like nicknames.
Yeah, like there was
Yeah.
this one guy. He had "He Hate Me" on the
Uh-huh.
back of his jersey. I always liked that guy. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I thought that was always really cool about the XFL.
I think with this one, I think like they could do a lot with this with a whole lot of like branding and like just trying to get the brand out there, just to get the name out there, have people get more views, have people watching.
Yeah.
And like they just want to see some exciting stuff, so
Yeah.
you go to the XFL for that.
I mean, and it's owned by Vince McMahon. And he knows how he knows
he's
how to get
he's
a crowd
definitely a
going.
showman.
He's a showman to the end. He knows how to get a crowd going.
Yes,
for sure.
sir.
So I mean, I see why he put in all those new rule changes. But yeah. I think that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
Thank you for
okay.
watching. This has been the XFL rule changes and everything you need to know. Thank you for watching.